And we're visiting again with Jelly Walker, the UAB guard. Our weekly visit with Jelly is brought to you by Legacy Community Federal Credit Union. You can depend on Legacy. They've been proving that to Birmingham and the UAB community since 1955. What's happening, Jelly? How are you?
I'm doing well, my guy. How are you?
Doing awesome. Thanks a lot. Since we last visited 1-1, let's start with a loss at West Virginia. That's a
Yeah.
really good basketball team, a Hall of Fame coach and Bob Huggins. Tough place to play. I know the game didn't go the way you wanted it to, but what did you learn about yourself and about your team in a tough environment like that?
Um. Well, first off, I put that loss on me. You know what I'm saying? Especially being a leader and stuff like that. Like when you play a talented team like West Virginia, a very defensive minded team like West Virginia, you had to be extra solid with the ball. You know what I'm saying? And I had a plethora of turnovers, and that's unacceptable. But I learned a lot. I mean, uh, I don't. It doesn't make me feel like I'm not as good as I am. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, we lost and whatever, but all I could do is play better next game, and that's exactly what I did. So I mean, but yeah, they're a great team, and they did everything they power to try to stop me, and they did a decent job, and I feel like I just missed a lot of open shots, but other than that, I mean, they're a good team though.
As you mentioned, you bounce back and the team bounce back. You get South Carolina at Bartow Arena and win that game going away. Let me
Yeah.
start by asking this question: how much pride, I guess, do you take, or how much of a bonus is it when you've got an SEC team coming to your arena? It doesn't happen a ton.
Yeah.
Like that had to amp you up a little bit, right?
I mean, I look at every team the same, and that's whether it's an SEC team or West Virginia or a Southern or you know what I'm saying, a Rhodes. I look at every single team the same, and I look to like dominate the game every single game, no matter who's on the floor. But I mean, for I would say for the fan part and the people in the city of Birmingham, be able to have a Power Five school to come to our arena and play against us, and for us to win by a large margin and have a very good dominant performance by probably everyone who played. I feel like it's very good for the fans. I feel like it's very good for UAB, and I mean it's a blessing to have a school like that be able to come to UAB and actually play us at UAB because I feel like a lot of people don't want to play us at UAB, and like even in West Virginia, I feel like they wouldn't want to play us at UAB. So I mean, definitely thankful that they came, but I feel like for the fans, it definitely does a lot for the fans for sure.
Jelly Walker with us, courtesy of Legacy Community Federal Credit Union. You can depend on Legacy. They've been proving that to Birmingham and the UAB community since 1955. You had, if I'm not mistaken, 10 points before the first media timeout in that game. Like, are you aware of that? Like, are you like, oh my gosh, I got 10 points already and this game has barely even started?
I didn't. I mean, I knew I had it because no one else scored
Yeah.
on both teams. So, but I mean, it's I don't. I feel like I've done that a lot of times, though. Maybe not 10, but like 9 points straight or 7 points straight, and I score like in bunches, and I feel like once I see one go through the net, it's game time.
Do you start doing the math? You're like, okay, if I do this between each media timeout, I could score
No,
like 80 points tonight.
nah, not at all. I be knowing by the end. I mean, when I get subbed at the end of the game, especially if we're up by a lot, like obviously you can look at the scoreboard and see how many points you have. But now I don't go in there being like, oh, I need to score this much by this media to have. No, I just be hooping, and I just take the shots that I know I can make.
Southern is up next. It's Sunday. That game tips at 6:30, or excuse me, at 3:30 on CBS Sports Network Sunday down at Bartow Arena. What do you know about Southern already? What have you seen from them?
I've watched a couple of the games, and I know they beat a Pac-12 team. I think they beat Cal Berkeley. I mean, I don't think Cal is doing very well this year, but I mean, a Pac-12 team is a Pac-12 team. Yeah, but I've seen a couple of their games, and they've been in the game with a lot of different really good programs, and they just come out at the end. They come a little short, but I know they play hard, and I know that coach is definitely gonna make sure that they play hard every possession, especially defensively. So I feel like as long as we come out and we do what we're supposed to do on both the defense and offensive end, I feel like it's a game we can win.
All right. You can go see that game down at Bartow Arena Sunday, 3:30 as Southern comes to play UAB. If you can't make it, CBS Sports Network to watch the game. Jelly Walker with us each week, courtesy of Legacy Community Federal Credit Union. You can depend on Legacy. They've been proving that to Birmingham and the UAB community since 1955. Jelly, thank you for the time, man. Have a great week.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.